Enabling success. Organising. A. Advise on how an organisation's structure and internal relationships can be reorganised to deliver a selected strategy. A company can be structured in different ways depending on its size and strategy. The entrepreneurial or simple structure is a natural structure for smaller companies owned and managed by the same person. It is usually a director that supervises a group of employees, where is fully in control of the decisions of the business with no delegation of decision-making. Once the companies grow, the structure can be a functional structure, which divides the company into different department functions, such as marketing, finance, or production. This structure allows for economies of scale and specialization of each department. Alternatively, the company can choose to opt for a divisional structure, which does not divide the company by functional department, but by divisions, such as business units or geographical locations. This structure can be more appropriate with a group that diversifies its operations into different sectors and industries in a company portfolio fashion. Another structure is called a holding company structure, which is simply a structure made up of a string of parent and child companies. Also, a transnational structure is a structure that is international, but unlike the divisional structure, each unit holds some level of independence over its parent group, and their services may be shared throughout the group. Finally, the matrix structure is a structure more tailored for projects, such as construction companies. For example, this takes the form of a grid, where different people or departments don't have a straight linear hierarchy, but a more complex relationship of authority. Within all these structured choices for companies, the topic of centralization becomes prevalent. The benefits of centralization are that the organization keeps a certain level of control, is able to achieve standardization, has more experience at a senior executive level, and strong leadership. On the other hand, centralization is not the preferred choice due to the increased workload of the senior executives. The board may lack local knowledge of overseas markets, the flexibility and speed of change may be slower, and the group will experience loss of control. B. Advise on the implications of collaborative working and partnering, such as franchising, organization process outsourcing, shared services, and global business services. Collaborative working is a new trend amongst companies, whereby different companies pool their resources and relationships to the benefit of each other in the same fashion as a cooperation. Outsourcing involves an organization contracting out certain internal business functions to a third party, for example, accounting. The benefits of outsourcing are competitive costs due to the third party's economies of scale and greater experience and skill from the third party. The drawbacks of outsourcing are there is a risk of information leakage, the incentives of the third party may not be properly set, and this can lead to more harm than good to the company. Offshoring is another name for outsourcing, but it implies that the service provider is located in a different country. Share services are similar to outsourcing, where a third party is delegated to produce a task, but they are internal to a group or organization and shared across business divisions. Shared services will reduce overall costs for the group as a whole and will benefit from skill and experience. Global business services are a mix of shared services and outsourcing in a streamlined value chain. They are used by large international corporations.